Hello, my name is Gary Schotten. If you've listened to my videos for very long, you'll kind of know that I have a background in agriculture, and so I'm going to talk about the subject of green grass. The grass is greener on the other side. That's an ag term because if you have cattle, you have a fence and you have nice, luscious eating in a field or a pasture or a wheat field, and then somehow the cattle look over the side of the fence and they look on the other side and they try to break out of their pen or their confinement because the grass is greener on the other side. And I'm making this analogy because when we're in life and we're in business and when we're just going through life, we have a tendency to look at our situation and say, yeah, guess what? I think it would be greener on the other side. I think I want to abandon what I'm doing and do what they're doing because it sure looks better. It sure looks more interesting. I want to jump outside of my boundaries and do something else because the grass is greener on the other side as I look past my fences, my box. Well, let me talk about my side of the fence, my side outside in my box as owner. So we're kind of dispel some kind of illusions that you might think of when you think of the owner and the boss. You see him, oh, he's driving a nice vehicle, he's got a nice expense account, he's basically free to come and go when he wants. And you know what, life ought to be really easy over there. I mean, I would really like to do that. He has no restrictions. Well, let me tell you, it's not quite like that. On the boss side, on the owner side, I'd just like to share some of the thought patterns over the last 30-some years of how I view things. First of all, I feel that I have a huge responsibility. You see workers in the background. I have 45 families that are looking to me for a paycheck every Friday. We pay every Friday. I used to, in a previous business, pay every other Friday. That means right now I have $35,000 to $40,000 payroll every Friday. It used to be $50,000 because we were up in sales and that means I have to have that money there. I can't tell my workers, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have the money today. Can you wait till Monday? What do you think that's going to do? Nobody's going to like that. Everybody's counting on that paycheck. So there's a bit of pressure all the time. It may look like I'm kicked back and relaxed, but I'm constantly thinking about that. It's not a bad thing. It's just part of the job. I look at the safety. I think of the responsibility that I have to these workers. Every time we have any meeting we have, every time we discuss in a group setting, we talk about safety. No way do I want any of my employees to get hurt. I don't want to have to report to their family, their spouse, that they're seriously hurt or have been killed. These machines, they're powerful. They could kill somebody. If you have a trucking company, if you have something that has motion or movement or any size to it or any power to it, you better be thinking about safety because you are the one that's responsible. You're the one that makes sure that they know they can come to you with any safety issue and not be disciplined. You're the ones that's culminating and propagating the idea that you have to bring to me any safety concerns you have and you'll never be disciplined because that. Never would I have one of our workers do something that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't work in that situation, and if they're still concerned, I would never make them do something they feel that's unsafe. I have a process here that I kind of go down a list that says, you know, here's my priorities. Safety number one. That's number one priority for my employees. And guess what? When my employees know that I'm concerned about them personally, including their safety, and they know that I have concern for their well-being, they make a better employee. And if we have a better employee, we have better customers because they're serving my customers. Our customers, we're one team. They're happier and they're better able to serve my customers or our customers than if they're unhappy. Number two, quality. Guess what? You can't go get a bad pizza or a bad hamburger or a bad clothes item or a bad service at your car dealership. That sticks with your customer for a long time. You know, good news, they'll tell a few people. Bad news, they'll tell the whole neighborhood. You have to focus on quality. And does that mean you're going to be perfect? No. We don't make every single part correct. But we know that when we have a bad part, we know that we are able to dig into that 4 or 5 layers deep to determine what really caused that problem. And when we know what really caused that problem, then we can fix the cause so that doesn't happen again. That's what you're going to have to do. I didn't do that very well in my previous business. I kind of had an attitude that, you know, we screwed up a move. That's when we have a moving and storage. We're moving furniture from one house to another. And we'd say, well, you know, that one didn't go so well. That customer is pretty mad at us. But, you know, they're kind of lost in the shadow. They probably won't tell that many people. We'll just go on and do better next time. No, I got to go back and figure out what went wrong. I didn't do a good job at that. What went wrong? Why did it get wrong? What can we fix so that doesn't happen again? That's what we do now. It's much, much better. Every one of our customers want on-time delivery. That means we told them it would be there in 3 weeks. It needs to be there in 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks in 1 day, in 3 weeks. On-time delivery is whatever the customer is expecting you to have this product or service delivered to you in time, then that's what we expect to have. And that can be 6 months if that's customary to our business. Not many things are 6 months. Let me tell you, that lead time is coming down tighter and tighter and tighter. My customers are ordering later and wanting it sooner. They're not wanting to give me much lead time. I'm pushing and thinking of ways to make sure we can have our customers' needs and a reasonable lead time. Oh, let's get to price. Oh, well, you know, my costs are going up, so surely I can raise my price. Not. You cannot raise your price. Are you kidding me? All of my workers want to raise and pay, and yet I can't raise my price? That's right. Guess what? My customers are expecting my price to go down. They're expecting it to get more efficient and lower my price. That's my goal. That's my expectation. That's my requirement by my customers to lower my price. So we have to have better systems, better operations. We have to be more efficient because basically here's the sale price, here's the price of producing that. That, if you can kind of look through there, there's my margin of profit. And guess what? It's getting really thin, right? Well, it's getting really, really thin, and so I have to have higher volumes, I have to have more efficiencies. That is a given. Now, the last one that's kind of coming up on us is speed. It's different than lead time. Speed is something that, can I be the first one to the market? Can I be the fastest one to produce? You know, I happen to have a particular service station that I buy gas has got into the food business over the last 15 years because they saw where their business was going to fade out from just pumping gas to making more profit in selling food. So they've opened up kitchens at every one of their new service stations where they sell gas. And guess what they sell there is pizza. Guess what? I used to buy my pizza from the pizza place. I buy my pizza now from my filling station. Guess what? Because it's quick. I don't have to give them a 1 hour lead time. I don't have to wait 20 minutes. I can come in and order a pizza and walk out in 10 minutes. A full pizza, good tasting, high quality pizza in 10 minutes. Speed. We have to have safety first, quality second, on-time delivery third, lead time fourth, price, and speed. Well, guess what? Grass is not always greener on the other side. Well, I hope this is helpful. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you will share these with other people. That's how we market these. That's the most efficient way we can do it. We cannot pay for enough advertising, but if you will just tell someone else that this was valuable to you, we would really appreciate it. Thank you very much.